What is up everyone, Chiropractors here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at tight hip flexors. Specifically, the psoas and the iliacus. Together, these are called the iliopsoas, and when these muscles tighten, they can refer pain to the hip, the groin, the lower abdomen, and the lower back. In this video, we are going to be diving into my go-to fast-acting solutions that can help you with your hip pain. Let's do it. Do you have pain in the hip, the groin, lower abdomen, lower back? You're not exactly sure what it is. You've tried things already to fix this problem, but you're not quite sure what else to do. If this sounds familiar, just leave a quick comment in the section below and just let me know how long that's been going on for and what you've tried so far. Before we jump into the testing, the stretching, exercises, we need to know if the iliopsoas is even the problem to begin with. If you haven't already done so, click, hit, or smash that like button. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to see if the iliopsoas is actually your problem. So the first thing I'd like you to do is find somewhere to lie down. I would advise doing this on a raised surface, so the bed is probably your best solution. Lay on your back and bring both of your knees up to your chest and hold them with your arms. Now what you're going to do is you're going to lower one leg while holding the other leg in position. As you lower the leg, allow that knee to bend as it approaches the floor. Now as that knee bends to 90 degrees, if the thigh raises, then this is not a problem with the iliopsoas. This is a rectus femoris problem, and a different set of stretches and exercises would be more appropriate. If that is something that you would like to see, let me know in the comments below, and I can put that together for you. Now, if your thigh doesn't raise while we do this, but your hip is still unable to reach full extension, then we know that this is actually an iliopsoas problem, and we can move on to the next step. Now we know that the iliopsoas is the problem, we need to also work out what is the cause. And right now, the actual cause is modern lifestyle. It is too much sitting. Prolonged sitting over weeks, months, or years will actually shorten these muscles and create that hip flexor tightness that is referring to your other problem areas. And then this problem is worsened by the fact it is very difficult and time consuming for that muscle to actually return to its original length. Now, if you've seen my channel before, you know that I like to keep things simple. So what we are going to do is focus on one stretch that can be modified and scaled depending on how well you perform at those lower levels of this stretch. My go-to stretch for tight hip flexor problems is the 90-90 hip flexor stretch. Now, you will kneel with your problem side, and your opposing side will be up to allow you to balance. As you are in this position, we are going to tense the muscles in your buttocks, and you'll begin to feel the tightness at the front of your hip. Now, to make this a little bit more difficult, stretch up towards the sky with the arm on the same side that we are stretching, and we can lean across the body. You will feel this intensify this stretch and really make it worthwhile. Now, if you found that a little bit too easy, what we can do is we can raise the foot of the leg that is down. You could use blocks, you can use a table, you can use anything that you need to raise that foot. This is going to increase the stretch on the quadriceps and in turn the hip flexors as well. Again, you're going to drive the hip flexor forward, you're going to squeeze your buttocks, And to make this, again, a little bit more challenging, on that same side, we can draw our arm up towards the sky and just lean slightly over, increasing and intensifying that stretch. The third modification that we can make to this specific exercise is by having the block or your raised platform in front of you. You're going to place one foot on that block and step back with the side that you would like to stretch. You're going to lean into this stretch and you're going to keep your torso nice and tall, not leaning back. Tall is where we want to be. And again, to make this slightly more challenging, we can again raise that arm up towards the sky and lean across the body to intensify that even more. Now that we've stretched out the problematic hip flexor muscles, what we're going to do is actually strengthen those as well. Now, I prefer to do this in two ways. The first way is single leg hip lifts. And with the single leg hip lifts, we're going to place one foot flat on the floor. We're going to have the opposing leg bend to 90 degrees, and we're going to drive our hips forward and up towards the sky and hold for a 2 or 3 count at the top. I advise repeating this exercise between 10 and 15 times on each leg. The next super simple strengthening exercise is the Psoas March. Now, you may need to get yourself a small band for this. If you don't know where to get one, have a look at the link in my description. It'll send you to the bands that I use personally, so there are no mistakes for you. Now, you're going to lay on your back. You're going to place the band over your mid-foot on both feet, laying flat on your back. To help you out, what I'd like to do is just place both your hands under your lower back so you don't cause any strain there. Now, you're going to alternate a marching motion while laying on your back, keeping one leg fully extended while raising the knee of the opposing leg towards your head. Now, what this is going to do, it's going to use the band to create that resistance, and it's going to force those hip flexors to fire properly and strengthen. If you found this video useful, you might also enjoy seeing this one. Alternatively, this might be the exact video that you're looking for. And if you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button, tap that bell icon if it's something you like to do. And if that like button still hasn't been clicked, hit it now. Let me know that you enjoyed this content and I will keep making it for you.